This is a board game show. You know what that means, right?
I believe I do.
If we're going to do a board game show, obviously we got to play a board game. Steve, the name father, briefed you on something, but I see somebody tapping at your window. Charles, what is that? Can you check on me for that? There's somebody tapping on your window. Look, just right there. Oh my God, it's Nashra.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jesse from iHeart Board Games.
Hello.
Hi. Say hello, Charles, to everybody.
For people who are watching,
the Brady Bunch in here.
I had no idea this was going to happen. What have you been watching the whole time? Have you heard all of the things I've said about you?
I won't tell.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe that's a private text you'll have to send me after. Well, you know.
So for those in the chat room, we've got Jesse from iHeart Board Games, a fellow filmmaker. By the way, he shot iHeart Must Love Board Games, one of the, well, I can easily say it. It's one of the funniest board game movies ever made, right, Jesse?
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we have what I consider one of the stars of the show, Nashra, who had her game arranged. And Nashra, I thought, you heard me when I was talking about it, I'm sure, during the show. Steve and I agreed that you and Charlie Bink were the most compelling stories out there. I thought you were fantastic. And I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So I'm terrible at this game, Charles, and I enlisted Jesse and Nashra to help me beat you at the Envie Game.
Okay.
We're going to be playing with the chat crew, of course, and the chat crew is going crazy. So obviously, Nashra and Jesse are big hits here. I can't even keep up with the comments. So what we're going to do with this game is called the Envie Game. It's a Cajun word, right, Jesse? That means, what would people up north say? A jonesing or a hankering? What do you think?
Yeah, gotta have it.
Yeah, gotta have it. A game you really want to play. It could be a game you own, a game you don't own, a game you've always wanted to own, but if the show stopped right now and you could play that perfect game with the perfect group in the perfect setting. And Charles, my understanding is you not only know the rules of the game, you have the game picked out.
That's right, I do. In fact, I have it sitting next to me off camera.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right, so let's get started. And Rachel, you can play along. I know everybody knows Charles, but you might not know what game he has off camera. So
nobody knows but me.
Okay, good. We're all going to be competing to see. The way the Envie game works, Nashra and Jesse, I'm going to ask a question, then Nashra will ask a question, then Jesse will ask a question, and we'll also let the chat crew ask questions. You understand the rules of the game, Charles?
Yes, I do.
Let's get started. The first one that I always ask is it a competitive or a cooperative game? And I'm going to guess, based on our conversation tonight, it's competitive.
It is competitive, yes.
Oh, Jesse, that narrows it down to maybe like 120,000 games. Okay,
just a few.
We're on a roll here. All right, Nashra, you're up.
All right. Is it a strategy or party game?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, this is a difficult question. I would say
don't say it's the intersection.
Don't say it's what?
Don't say it's the intersection of the two. That's a common answer.
I would lean. No, it's not a party game.
Not a party game. That's a fair answer.
Almost a party game.
All right,
Jesse. Depends on what the party is and who's there, right?
Right.
All right, Jesse, what's your question?
Is this a recent release?
Ooh.
No, it is not.
That's right from the chat crew. Made in the last 5 years? Steve wants to know.
It is not made in the last 5 years.
An older game. All right. So is it from an American designer?
It is not from an American designer.
Jesse, I feel like we're so close, man.
I know. I'm starting to take notes now.
Not sure you got one?
I'm thinking.
Jesse, you got one?
Does the game include cards?
Oh, is it card-based? Wow, Wally's already got a guess. He says it's Reiner Knizia's Modern Art.
It is not.
It is not. Wally, not even close. I have no idea. Wally is another person I've seen in the credits. So it's like a party tonight.
You know, Wally and I have played Modern Art, and this is only a clue for Wally and I have played this game together as well. So
that gives Wally a leg up. We're gonna have to hurry up. Patrick says,
"Is it a German board game?"
Oh,
it is a German board.
Is it a German game?
It's German.
Yes,
German. Is it tile laying? Patrick wants to know.
No, it is not tile laying.
Oh, so it's not Azul. Sorry about that, Patrick. That would have been an easy one, though. Yeah. Oh, Steve wants to know, is the designer in your movie?
This is a great question. Yeah, yes, the designer is in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Is German. Is it Dr. Rainer Knizia?
It is not Dr. Rainer Knizia.
Is it? I want to ask. Somebody else has to ask a question. So that was my question.
Yeah, then it has to be Catan.
No, it doesn't.
That's not an answer, though, Charles.
I'll say it is not Catan.
Okay, it's not. Okay, good. Sorry, that was the lawyer coming out. Sorry about that, Charles.
Was it designed by someone named Bruno?
No.
Okay.
No, and
both those guys are French.
They're both
those
French.
guys are French.
Oh, we said American. That's right.
No, it's German. German.
Oh, German. Okay.
Jay wants to know if it uses dice.
It does not use dice.
Nashra. So he's not being tricky and going with one of the Settlers of Catan expansions, obviously, because it doesn't have dice. That would have been
I will
interesting.
say this is a complete game. It's not like some weird like offshoot or like the fifth expansion of a thing or something like that.
All right, so back to me. Is it Klaus Teuber?
It is Klaus Teuber.
Klaus Teuber. Okay. Jimmy wants to know: are there fancy suits in the art?
There might be some fancy suits.
I think Wally's got it. Then is it hoity-toity?
This is not fair. Wally has got it. It is hoity-toity.
I
have it right here.
I would have guessed hoity-toity next. For viewers out there, Klaus actually won a couple of awards before winning Catan, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right. He won Game of the Year with this prior to winning it for Catan. And actually, this copy is special because it was given to me by Klaus Teuber.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well, that is the Envie game. We've got a winner. Wally Schrass, one of the producers, if I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the producers is one. Nashra, Jesse, we weren't so successful this time. We were hoping to get it, but but Wally snuck it out right from under us. I'm going to send both of you down to Jesse, tell everybody how they can reach you over there if they got any questions for you.
Oh, we stream on Twitch 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. iHeartBoard Games or twitch.tv/heartboardgames. Leave the I out.
And Jesse, not only just streaming games, you actually play games. If Charles wants to play games, he could play games with you right there on Twitch, right?
Yep, right there on Twitch we do that, and it all goes to YouTube as well.
Great.
Not sure if they want to get in touch with you. How do they get in touch with you? Oh, did we lose Nashra?
I'm here, but my network keeps coming in and out, so I can hear you, but yeah.
Okay. Just if people want to get in touch with you.
I missed the game also. What was the game?
All right, so the game was Hoity-Toity by Klaus Teuber. Sorry, the Swamp Gas got us. Every once in a while, the Swamp Gas gets us on the show, as Jesse well knows.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to send both of you down to the green room. We'll chat a little bit later, and then I'm going to close out the show with Charles. All right, thank y'all for playing.
Thank you.
All right, Charles, we're back there.
All right.
All right. So yeah, I would have guessed one of those earlier games because he did have 2 games before that. But Wally obviously
have you played that game?
I have not played Hoity-Toity.
It is a fantastic game. It's unlike anything I've ever played. And the bummer of this game right now, when you said pick a game you wish you could play, this game is a minimum of 3 people. I don't have 3 people right now. I can't play it.
Is it one that I don't even remember? Is it still in print? I don't think
it is out of print. It's out of print. And every time I talk to Klaus's sons, Benjamin and Guido, I say, when are you going to put Hoity-Toity back in print? Yeah.
And what do they say?
They say we're thinking about it.
So many good games out there. There's just so many good games out there. All right, so that's the Envie game. Wally was the big winner. We tried our best, but that was a good choice of games. I like the fact that you kind of thematically tied it back to the documentary. Let's get back real quick. Give us that pitch about the documentary. Where can people see it? We saw some questions from Topher and other people. Where can people see it? How long is it going to be available?
So it's going to be on iTunes. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. It's going to be on Google Play. Whatever streaming service you prefer, it's probably there. And it's going to be available hopefully forever. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah.
Yep, sure. The only question about it is when I was posting things about the show, y'all were getting a lot of questions about when's it going to be available in Europe.
Very soon. I believe, I don't know the exact dates, but I think they're set very like maybe mid-month. If you actually probably, if we look at the chat, any second, Jimmy's going to chime in and say it's this date. But early to mid-August, I believe, are the dates it's going to be available in Europe.
Well, that was the Envie Game, sponsored as always. Our games here on Board Game Gumbo, sponsored by Game Toppers LLC. Make your game nights a showstopper, Charles, when you play on a Game Topper. Make sure you check those out. All right, so board gamers, that's it for another episode of Gumbo Live. I've absolutely enjoyed. I was so excited to have Charles and the rest of the crew practically in the show. And of course, I want to thank Nasha and Jesse for joining in too. But if anybody has questions about the show, or they want to just talk to you about their favorite moments in the show, how can people get in touch with you, Charles?
Well, you know, there's the Game Master accounts. That's going to be Game Master Doc on Instagram, on Twitter. We got a Facebook page. But me personally, it's Charles Mruz. As far as like my Instagram handle goes, you know, I'm the only one there. You'll see me. I'm drinking out of a Catan cup.
Pretty easy to find, right? Make sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo, and our YouTube channel. It helps us to get the word out about all of our upcoming shows, including next week. We've got the designer, Eric Slauson. He's the designer of Monstrosity and Tattoo Stories. We'll be talking about his game development, his game designs, and a little bit of theory. And we're going to play a game too, Charles. So, hey, step in if you got a chance and try to help defeat it. I'm BJ from Board Game Gumbo. And until next time, Charles, laissez le bon temps rouler.